26, we're gonna hit you with those picks. College basketball, we got a lot going on. I got Nebraska plus 11 and a half. Remember, they undefeated 20-0 on the road going against number 3 ranked Michigan. So we're going to go over ESPN to check that out in a second. But I got Arkansas on money line. I got Michigan State money line. I got St. Louis minus 6.5. Alabama money line. Purdue money line. Vanderbilt money line. I got Miami of Ohio. That's not Miami, Florida. Miami of Ohio minus 5.5. Then I got UCF money line, and then I got NC State money line. You can always pause it or go back, but let me go to the NBA. I'll be going back and forth anyway throughout the show. So NBA, I got Portland money line. I did drop one game because of injuries. I want to say the Denver game. I forgot who the Denver's playing. Let me check for 1 second. I had it. But anyway, let's get back to those picks that I got up. So Milwaukee money line, OKC minus 6.5, Phoenix minus 6.5. But that may go up if you're doing live betting. I'm just giving you something safe off the top of the dome. And then we got the Clippers, Los Angeles Clippers. Remember, that's LAC, not the Lakers. I got them money line. So I'm gonna let you lock in those picks, and I'm gonna pull up ESPN real quick because there's always something going on. I think they do this for drama. I heard somebody say that sports is no longer sports anymore. It's sports entertainment. And I kind of feel that. I'm going to just let you guys take a look at that. So you see what you see on the screen? Can I make myself smaller, make that bigger? Oh, I did it wrong. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you can't see me, but you can hear me. Okay, so Bill Belichick, I want to say, what did he win, like 6 or 7 Super Bowl championships, 8 if you can count his defensive coordinator championships with the Giants. So it says sources, Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So I really feel like he really ruffled some feathers. 8-time Super Bowl winning coach will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer, sources told ESPN. So that's kind of nasty work. I know they kind of got him up out of New England, but apparently, I know he tried to interview for the Falcons job a while back, and it seems like they just don't like this guy. I don't know what the issue is with Belichick.
Won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach in New England, 2 defensive coordinator with the Giants. Kind of sounds similar to what happens in baseball with guys that are linked to steroids, cheating. This probably has a little bit to do with it. The sports writers, whoever else is involved, the guys in the media are looking at it. We'll give them a little punishment for Spygate and Deflategate, because I think when you think Hall of Fame coach,
I think that's a lot
Bill
of hate going on, man.
You can put him up there with all the greats in the NFL. You'd think of him as a Hall of Fame.
Frank, I'm not going to disagree with a word of that, but let me do a little bit of inside baseball, having sat in that room as an elector for 10 years. And there are discussions that go on. I remember when people thought Joe Gibbs was going to come back, and he later did. They didn't want to vote for Joe Gibbs in real time the first year after he retired.
Joe Gibbs,
because
the old Washington
Redskins. He may come back.
Coach.
We don't think he should be eligible for that, even though at the time there was no real provision to prevent it.
Yep.
So, and a second thing about that's inside baseball in that room, there's some of the all-time greats that went in like 15 years later. Lynn Swann, I think, on a 14th ballot. The great Art Monk on a 12th or 13th ballot. And you're like sitting there going, wait a minute, why isn't this person in? And there were people in the room. It's not the Baseball Hall of Fame. First ballot doesn't mean the same thing in every sport or every election. So it used to make me nuts, but that was the nature of that room.
But it seems like it's just hating to me, man. It says Belichick, the 8-time Super Bowl winning coach, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. In voting earlier this month, Belichick fell short of the 40 out of 50 votes needed for induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame during the first year of eligibility. 4 sources with so hold on, he been out 5 years? How's he first year eligibility? When did he stop coaching the Patriots? But anyway, let's keep going on. So, with firsthand knowledge of the outcome, told ESPN, Belichick received a call from a Hall of Fame representative last Friday afternoon with the news that he won't be inducted into the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio this summer. Several sources whose spoke with the coach over the weekend, described Belichick as puzzled and disappointed by his inability to secure support from at least 80% of Hall of Fame committees. So that's one thing with the committee, man. It's people. It's kind of like the college football committee. That's why they were talking about going back to maybe the BCS. Man, that's bogus to me, man. I think it's a lot of hating going on, man. But let's go back to ESPN. I want to check out some other stuff. So we go over the NBA. We're gonna get to the college basketball, but it's a lot going on in college. It's only a few NBA games tonight. So the game that I dropped because of the injury. So
I am told that you're officially being named
this
to
one
play in the
right
upcoming All-Star Celebrity Game.
Yes.
it's so hard to navigate this stuff sometimes, man. But yeah, so they give Detroit a 73.6% chance of winning. They got Detroit minus 6.5. They got Detroit money line. Maybe Vegas knows something. Now, if you look at the people that's out, Jokic is out, so that's a big problem. There's only one person out. Levert from Detroit, but from the Nuggets, you got Jokic out, you got Watson out, you got Johnson out, you got Aaron Gordon. Now that's a big deal. I could see it was just Jokic, but Jokic and Aaron Gordon. Then you got Jonas Valanciunas. Is that how you say his name? But yeah, there's too many people out. But I still, at home, that's just dicey because you see it's only minus 6.5. So I would maybe live bet that, just see how the flow of the game is going, because I just don't feel like the Nuggets gonna lay down at home. I mean, everybody not out. I know they have a lot of people missing, but the Nuggets always been a scrappy team, and sometimes they play better with they back against the wall. So I would just stay away from this one or let that be a live bet special. Now we're gonna come back to these NBA games. I'm definitely, like I said, rocking with the Portland.
I am told that you're officially being named to play in the upcoming All-Star Celebrity Game.
Yes.
The Knicks game, I stayed away from the Knicks because that's too big of a spread. That 14.5, but that's what it is. The Kings suck. See if you can somehow get money line live with the Knicks, because they're gonna win that game. The Bucks and Philly. I went Milwaukee money line. Hold on, for real? Yeah, you might want to drop that one. I don't know. I was tripping with that. That's the NBC game. Maybe I was tripping with that one. I don't know what I was thinking with that. Hold on, let me check it out. Check out the injury report. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that, to be honest. Okay, so Giannis is out. Yeah, so take that off. Take that off. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, drop that Milwaukee pick. Matter of fact, let me edit that out right now. I'm gonna edit that out because that's a crazy pick. Yeah, that's why you gotta pay attention. Some of this stuff is constantly changing. So we're gonna go from Milwaukee. We're gonna switch that to Philly. I'm gonna switch that to Philly. But I feel like I did that for a reason. I would just drop the game altogether, but I switched it to Philly. But you never know. I mean, Philly at home. I don't like Philly. I feel like Philly is kind of like a flaky team. That's probably why I went against them. This Nets and Suns.
I am told that you're officially being named to play in the upcoming All-Star Celebrity Game.
Back. Oh yeah. Silence them. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So we got this Nets and Suns game. What did I give you guys? I told you guys. For the Nets and the Suns, I gave you 6.5. ESPN giving you 8.5. I try to go under whatever they saying. Then Clippers, I'm giving you 5.5. ESPN is giving you 8.5. But the Clippers on the road, I know the Jazz aren't too good. Hopefully, the Clippers can come away with it. But I really want to focus on this college basketball because I'm still puzzled why it's such a big point spread. They kind of disrespecting Nebraska. See, Nebraska already up. See what I'm saying? Now I know it's early, but Nebraska up 8-3. Nebraska undefeated team. They had Michigan minus 11 or minus 10.5, depending on where you look. Michigan State is down, so maybe I was tripping with that Michigan State pick. Let me go back to the college pick so you can take a look at them. But it's early. It's gonna be up and down with these games, man. But yeah, man, that's kind of like interesting. That's interesting right there. I'm still playing with the camera. I think I like this view better. I like that view better, and I just pop in and pop out when I gotta talk. But yeah, man, looking at Michigan State. Let's check out some more of the games that's going on. So that Arkansas pick, that one is kind of riding. I picked Arkansas money line. I did Michigan State money line. So Michigan State still got a chance, to come back or whatnot. They down by a lot of points though. They down by 11 in the first half at Rutgers, but Rutgers not that good of a team. I can see Michigan State coming back. Hopefully you live betting Virginia and Notre Dame. I believe I left that off the ticket. Yeah, for good reason, because I feel like that's an ACC matchup. I know Notre Dame 11-9, but don't be fooled. And they're at home. If I had to go with anybody, I would money line Virginia, and they down right now, so you could probably get a good price on that. UConn, I stayed away from it because of the spread is minus 15.5. So wait till it's live on TNT at 7:30. But of course, you can money line UConn and put it with something else. St. Louis, they playing George Washington. I don't really think you should change nothing with that St. Louis pick. I think we're doing pretty decent. Purdue, pretty much the same thing. Purdue, they got a minus 4.5. I just got a money line 4.5 at Indiana. I don't know if you're gonna do money line, maybe 3.5, 2.5. I don't know. Indiana not gonna lay down. You're looking at Vanderbilt basketball hosting Kentucky. That's gonna be very, 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 very contentious. I don't know if you want to drop that one or whatever, but I got it on the ticket anyway. Then Miami of Ohio, nothing to worry about. They definitely gonna handle Massachusetts. I know Massachusetts is a good team. They may be even a tournament team, but I'm not feeling them. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Another thing I want to look at before we get up out of here, just real quick, let's take a look at some of the top players from college football for the upcoming recruiting year, 2027. I want to take a look at some of like the top guys for 2027. Probably going to do a show on that later, but I just want to get familiar with some of these guys. So the top guy in the country, according to On3, is John Meredith. He's a cornerback out of Fort Worth, Texas, north on Crawley. So they say he got a 97% chance of going to Texas A&M. So Texas A&M, Penn State, Texas, Ohio State, Oklahoma, some of the schools that he's looking at. Let's take a little look at his highlight real quick. Gonna make this quick. Just see the number one player in the country in this upcoming year. So that's him down bottom. Let's see what he got. Okay, so stand square. He very handsy. He look kind of Akeem Talib, like with that long bill. Okay, so he switched. Then he switched again, good in his zone. That ball hung up there a long time, but a good return by this guy. Good job, Meredith. It's gonna be the last one. I'll do a video on him maybe later. Okay, so see how he just strike. I like that, man. So that dude not hesitating, man. So shout out to him. Number one player in the nation as of now. He still gotta have his senior year. But those the picks. I'm gonna go back to the NBA one more time. Once again with the NBA, you got Portland money line. I'm going Philly now, money line. OKC minus 6.5. Phoenix minus 5.5. And I got the Clippers the Clippers money line. Let me drop this so it can go back to regular. Is that canceled out? Is that stopped? Okay. All right. And then here go to college one more time. So for college, I know Michigan State up and down, but Nebraska, you probably can't get that line, but maybe you can. Nebraska up right now. But I would just take points. I wouldn't even take them straight money line because you never know if Michigan's gonna come back. They are at home, but you got that Arkansas, you got Michigan State, you got St. Louis minus 6.5, you got Bama money line, Purdue money line, Vandy money line. That's dangerous though. With Kentucky, and then you got that Miami of Ohio, you got the UCF and the NC State. So that's gonna be the show. I'm out. Thank you.